Hey, Megan Scully, and this is the Limerick Post Show. And joining me now, it is Tom Flavin. How are you keeping?
Great, Megan. It's great to be here.
It's great to be chatting about an event. And I was just thinking over the years, the few times I've been chatting to you, I think it's been in real life. And, this is our first Zoom, I think, together. But we are talking about a real life event again, which is a good thing.
Oh, it's so exciting to be able to actually publicize something that we've been planning for probably the last 2 or 3 years, really, since we initially started meeting. And now to be actually going out to an event, it's just fantastic. It's really, really good. And everybody has got so close, even though I suppose we've got close in the world of Zoom,
Yeah.
but to be able to create an event that people will actually meet each other. And sometimes, in some cases, with the people that are involved in this event, we'll be meeting each other for the first time.
In real life, actually. Yeah, I never thought of that. Of course, that's going to be brilliant. We are, of course, talking about SpringFest. It is, of course, the West Limerick Food Series. But before we talk about SpringFest, tell us about the West Limerick Food Series, I should say.
It's something I suppose has been going on for the last 3 years now at this stage. And it's just a collection of people who are interested in food, be that a producer, a restaurateur, it could be a shop, a coffee shop. It's like there's so many different people involved, street food vendors. Like it's a huge diaspora of people across Limerick. There's accommodation providers in it as well. And it's just, I suppose during lockdown, it gave us all a chance to get to know each other virtually. And some of the meetings, there was up to 70 people on the meetings, which was brilliant. And it's just getting to know what everybody does. So Tom getting to know what Caroline is doing, and, Caroline getting to know what Olive is doing. And it's just everybody creating a community, a food community in Limerick, which is so long overdue because there's so much going on in Limerick that we're all so busy in our own lives that we don't realize what's going on actually next door. So it's a great way of getting to know each other.
That's what I found since I've moved to Limerick. I've been here now 6 years, and I couldn't get over the history with food. And I've been to some of the events now, and I'm like, this is just incredible to see so much local producers and so many local people getting involved with the food industry. And almost, I suppose, as you kind of mentioned, like it's almost a revival again of all the history that comes with Limerick and food.
It is, and it's an education, and it's for all of us to rejig our memories and just think back only a couple of 100 years ago, everybody had a pig out their back garden, and Limerick was so famous for ham and for pork, and it's still the same. Like we're still famous for food. Like we produce some phenomenal food in Limerick. So the SpringFest is all about what we have to offer this time of year. All of the chefs from around are getting involved. We have a few cooking demonstrations going on. We have talks from people about food, herbs, and medicine from Michelle Dirks. Mike Tweedy is going to do a cooking demonstration. Then we have Caoimhín Brosnan, who's the gardener in the Woodlands, and he's a mountain of information, and he's going to talk about bees and honeybees and the democracy. Wade Murphy is going to do a cooking demo for us as well. And then we're going to have Jim McNamara, a guest speaker, Spirit of the Woods, and you could listen to Jim all day. Like it's fantastic. There's a great lineup. And then after that, David O'Gorman's going to do a demo. He's from Lean's Hotel in Abbeyfield. So it's getting everybody involved, and that's going to be throughout the day. Then we have street food. We have a pig on a spit. We're going to roast one of Caroline Rigney's pigs on a spit. So we'll have that available. We'll have lots of tasters then, like Ballyghost trees are going to be there. We're going to have some pancakes from Gyrie's Eggs. We have kids. There's a lot of kids stuff going on. Kids, like an interactive workshop with kids where they can decorate their own little cakes. That's with the Greenway, with Platform 22. So that'll be nice. And then we have real honeybees actually there just so people can see what it's all about. Forestal wines, we'll have some wine tastings with Fanningstown House. There's a massive amount of stuff going on, really. There's some kids face painting. We've some pottery, like a class, just a master class on how to make pottery, and it's just showing off what we have in Limerick really is what we're doing. And we're kind of showing it off to ourselves first to say, lads, what we have here is fantastic. We need to start shouting more about it. And that's what it's about. And it's about showing all the local people in the local areas. We're hoping that schools will get involved. We're hoping that kids and families will come along. And there's loads happening. And then at 5 o'clock in the evening, we have a Shanachie telling the story of Sprig na Barna, which is a kind of an eerie kind of a tale, but it's great to hear it. Like I heard it years and years ago, but then when I heard it again a few months ago, I was like, geez, yeah, I remember that. There's lovely history and there's lovely stories about West Limerick and Limerick as a whole.
I think it's important there. You mentioned there about the kids as well. I think it's important because I guess for them, it is an education on the history because, unless you do something like this, they're not going to know, they're not going to know where the whole, I guess the whole festival came from. That's why I think it's great to have so many of them involved.
Exactly. And it's about real food and it's about real people and it's about the stories of how we have become who we are really. It's just the history. It's great. I love it. Then in the evening time, we have a taste of West Limerick. We're calling it Cuarsí. Cuarsí is Irish for snacks. And each chef or establishment then is going to create a few snacks, just tasters, again, of local produce. Like Dan Sykes from the Springfield Castle is bringing some of his own venison, you know, barbecued. We're going to have his famous ceviche that they're always famous for. We have Wade Murphy is going to do pork cheek croquettes, and he's going to do Golden Vale pie. Mike Tweedy, which you'll never have, like a Michelin star chef, cooking Tobin Gate whiskey sour, chocolates, you know, and just it's a chance for people to taste exactly what we have on our doorstep. Dave O'Gorman is also doing a course. He's doing some Wagyu beef from Abbeyfield. Rosemary Bennis from Sonis, they're teaming up with Gourmet Green, and they're doing a cheese course with Ballygoat's cheese. You know, there's loads going on, absolutely loads. There's a few more as well that haven't really confirmed exactly what they have yet, but it's all about local food. It's about supporting the local producers, and it's about showing off what we have in Limerick.
It sounds absolutely incredible. Just you're talking there about food. I was like, you're just making me hungry. I want to remind people as well that, of course, it is happening on Wednesday, 6th of April at the Barna Greenway Hub outside Newcastle West. Of course, the Greenway being another superb addition to Limerick. And I think it's very important that people get to see not just the food, but also get a feel for what's all around them.
Oh, definitely. And come early and see and go for a walk down into the tunnel. You know, there'll be loads happening. There's wine paired with the evening part as well. Like most of the event is free from 1 o'clock until 6 o'clock is free. But then there's a paid event in the evening time, which is the Cuarsí. It's a €50 fee, but there's Taste Brown Foresters is bringing 4 matching wines for all the food that we're producing on the day. We have our own gin, like Limerick Food Group, or the West Limerick Food Series went to the Boyne Valley, and with Listock Gin, we made our own gin. So we're going to do a gin cocktail on arrival. Ballygoat's cheese are doing a Ballymoo. It's a cocktail made with goat's milk. So there's so much going on. It's going to be really one not to miss.
Oh, absolutely. And I should remind people that there's tickets, as you mentioned, for Cuarsí, and they're on Eventbrite. So I'll leave that link in the bottom description box as well, because I think that's going to sell out pretty fast.
Yeah, I think so. The tickets are limited. There's only 40 tickets for that event. So we're expecting that to sell out pretty fast, to be honest.
Well, Tom Flavin, as always, absolute pleasure to chat to you on the Limerick Post Show. And we just want to remind people, SpringFest, 6th of April, the West Limerick Food Series, of course, being involved in that. And look, as I said, it's another event, real life event happening, and hopefully many more to come.
Yeah, great. We're so excited. We can't wait.
Thanks a million, Tom.
Thank you, Meghann.